Hey, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a while. The last video, it hasn't been that long, but the last video I made was about my first week of school, and I'm now like a month into school, and I just feel so overwhelmed right now. Like, I just feel like I am drowning in school and work and church and life and home and everything. Like, just everything is so much right now, and I don't know why. Like, this semester just feels like so much different, or just like, I don't know, I just feel like more overwhelmed than I have felt in past semesters. And so that's what's going on in my life right now. And all that being said, it just makes me really cherish the time where I can just sit down and read a book and not think about anything else. Like, that has just been such a great escape, kind of, which I know is not the best, but right now, sometimes that's just what I need. And so anyways, I've been really enjoying the time that I can sit down with a book. And so my last reading update was in June, I think. So I wanted to give you an update on what I've read since then, what I'm currently reading, some books that I've gotten recently, and what I'm hoping to read in the next couple weeks, couple months, stuff like that. I'm having some tea in this pumpkin mug. I'm also having this mocktail. It's a Moscow Mule, but it's a mocktail from Aldi. They have like 4 different kinds of mocktails, and I just think they're so fun. They're like supposed to emulate like different kinds of drinks. One of them I did not like, but so far there's like 4 different kinds, and I've like 3 out of 4. So just a little tip if you're looking for a fun drink that is non-alcoholic. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so in June, I think I talked about my hopefuls for the next little bit. In June, I started reading the Lunar Chronicles. Okay, so in June, I read Cinder, and I also read, unrelated to that series, I read Unexpected by Christine Kane. I usually try to, like, when I do my Bible reading and stuff, I read some other type of like Christian self-help book about something. So this was what I was reading at the time, and I finished this one in June. I liked it a lot. It was about like dealing with the unexpected, which is great because there's a lot of that in life. Anyways, so I read Cinder in June, and then in July, all I finished was Till Summer Do Us Part, which I read from, I had like a temporary trial of Kindle Unlimited, and so I read that on there. Wasn't for me, for sure. It was very spicy, I will say. And it was like, oh, this is really a lot. Like, I mean, if that's your thing, love that for you. It's not for me, and so I didn't really care for that book. It was just like incredibly unrealistic too. Like, the whole storyline, I was just like, what is going on? Like, this would never happen. And like, sometimes that's fun, but I don't know, it just wasn't for me. But at least it was free. August, I read the most books in a month that I have read this year so far. I read 6 books, I think. Oh, I forgot to grab it, but I read The Happiness Dare. I'll maybe put a picture here. That was pretty good. It was another like a nonfiction just about happiness. I also re-listened to Atomic Habits. It's been a couple years since I listened to it, and I wanted to re-listen to that one. It was good. And I read Lightning in a Mason Jar, also on my Kindle. I think that one was a first reads choice, which, if you don't know about first reads, on Amazon, look up, like, the only way I could figure out how to get to it is if you just Google like Amazon first reads, whatever month it is. And then like right at the beginning of the month, they'll drop like 5 or 6 maybe different books you can pick from for free, different ebooks. You get to pick one a month for free. So you should do that every month. In fact, I need to do mine for October. But mine for August, I think, was Lightning in a Mason Jar. It was pretty good. It was really interesting. It was like kind of sad, but good. And I also read, okay, I guess I forgot to grab it, but I read Scarlet, which is the second in the Lunar Chronicles. That one was good as well. Oh, and then, because I was watching The Summer I Turned Pretty, the final season, I reread the last book, We'll Always Have Summer, because I wanted to see like how it lined up with what happened in the book. So that was fun to reread. And then on my Kindle as well, I borrowed We Were Liars from the library so I could watch the show, because I haven't watched the first season and I wanted to read the book first. And I got through it really fast. So that was August. A lot of books in August. Now that we're back to school, slowing down quite a bit how many books I can read. I listened to an audiobook. It's called Not Just a Period, and it has all kinds of information about like the menstrual cycle and just so much information that is great to know if you're a woman. Stuff that you don't necessarily learn on your own. Also in September, I finished Crest, which I liked a lot. It's probably my favorite of the series. I did really like Cinder a lot as well. And then I also read The Bait of Satan on my Kindle, which is really good, and I will definitely need to reread it. Okay, so that's everything that I've read since I last updated you. And then currently, I am reading Winter, which is the last like official book of the series. There's also 2 like littler books that I'll get to. But right now I'm reading Winter. I'm like, I'm on page 578 out of like 800. This is the longest book for sure. But it's really good. It is taking a while to like get through some of the action, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it wraps up and what's going to happen, and I do feel very invested in this. I'm also listening to an audiobook, The Let Them Theory, and just like here and there. Sometimes, like a lot of the time right now, I just like can't, I don't feel like listening to, I don't know, anything serious, anything like self-help, anything like that. I just want to listen to like podcasts where people talk about nothing. So yeah, also right now I'm reading this, it's called The Discipline of Grace. I'm not very far into it, but it seems like it's gonna be good. And then I just kind of started reading the other night. I was just not feeling like good mentally, and I just wanted something like unserious for fun. And so I started reading this book. It's called How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days, which is like as unserious as it could get. So I don't know when I'm gonna finish that one. I just kind of started it one night because I just needed like something. I just needed something like that. I need a break from this series a little bit because there's just a lot of like dark stuff that goes on in this book. So I just need a little break from that. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything I'm reading right now, along with not including all of my school related books, which I will not get into because I just really can't. Super interesting and like good stuff, just like, you know. So that's what I read, what I'm currently reading. Now let's talk about what I want to read. Okay, I got a couple of things from the library recently, which is, this was super ambitious. Like, I'm just not going to have time to read all these before I need to turn them back in. But that's okay. I know that they have them and I can get them another time. This one is called Blood. It's another book about, like, menstrual cycles and lots of interesting information. Oh, no. I think one of my cats is throwing up. They make, like, the saddest meow when they're going to throw up. And I think that's what I'm hearing right now. Anyways... Okay, I got 3 books that are basically on the same thing, or like the same vein of topic. Simple tailoring and alterations, how to alter your clothes and tailor them, which I would just love to get into. I think being realistic, I think I just can't handle that right now. Like, I just don't have time for that. So I don't know if I'm really going to get into this before I need to return it. Next is called Well Worn, which is about visible mending, how to mend and repair your clothes. And then also Make, Sew, and Mend, which similar thing, how to traditional techniques to sustainably maintain and refashion your clothes, which sounds so wonderful. So I'm hoping to get into those, but realistically I'm probably going to have to return them before I'm going to be able to. But I know that they're there and they all sounded really interesting, so maybe I can check them out again when I actually have time to think about that. I just got really excited at the library. And lastly, I got this book, Year-Round Indoor Salad Gardening. Fascinating. I did start getting into this one. I need to like read it some more so I can actually know how to do that, because that sounds amazing, especially since it's kind of like the end of gardening season for me. I feel like that would be nice to know how to do. So that's what I got from the library. Okay, when I finish Winter, I want to read Fairest and Stars Above, which are like not like part of the original series, but this one's it says it's a Lunar Chronicles collection, so I think it's just a couple of different stories from different characters and things. And then this one is Lavana's story. So I'd like to read those 2 once I finish Winter. I don't know when that will be, because, yeah, not a lot of time right now. But yeah, that's everything that I've read recently, that I want to read, that I'm currently reading, and more. So maybe let me know what you're currently reading in the comments. And hopefully I'll be back to give you another reading update soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.